What's going on, guys? Hope you guys all had a great weekend. So we're getting into Tuesday here. We're going to be taking a look at the indexes, the SPY, as well as the triple Qs. Now, we're getting a little bit of slowdown, right? A little bit of a pause. We got big earnings this week. NVIDIA is going to be reporting. NVIDIA has also been an absolute rock star. We're going to start off looking at the SPY. What I'm looking at here is the 1 hour time frame on both of these indexes. We're going to go back about a week's worth of data so we can kind of just get some analysis done for what particularly we should be looking for going into the rest of the day and the rest of this week. So if we start off looking at the SPY, just kind of going back to the left here, you're going to see multiple days of a previous distribution cycle, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe it was a little bit more than that. Really trading between a range of around 409 and around 414, so about a 5-point range. How do you play chop? How do you play ranges, right? How do you play indexes or stocks when they are trading with inside of a range? Well, it's very, very simple. You're going to have to sit through a little bit of drawdown. You're also going to have to be buying calls or buying shares, buying stock when we are in demand zones, and you're going to have to be selling once we break above those demand zones and get to the middle of the range. You're going to want to cover positions there, and you're going to want to sit on your hands until we either come back down into demand again and repeat the process, or get back up into the top range closer to supply and then play it back down. Now, when we break above a supply or break down below a demand zone, what you then want to do is see if we can break, hold, and back test. So you can see going back here to last Wednesday, we broke above this supply zone here, getting into that 415 area, consolidated sideways, had a nice flush on Thursday. That zone now got back tested. This previous supply is now acting as short-term demand for that big bounce. Now, the 420.87 area is our high. We're kind of just doing a little bit of a sideways action. Since our breakout spot here, you can see the breakout highs, the breakout kind of zone here that we had last Thursday is being back tested, and it's been back tested the last 3 days. So if you look at Friday's price action, we broke out, we pulled right back into the breakout spot. So this area here between 416 and 417 could be acting as a little baby sort of demand zone that is forming. You can see we pull back into this range, we bounce. We pull back into this range, we're starting to bounce. We might have a little bit of a short position below 416.80s, maybe potentially play that back into the previous demand at around 415. So anything below 416.81, potential short into the 200-day moving average. Make sure you cover up your position here. We could get a little bit choppy down in this zone. Now we'd really have to, squeeze below 414 to have any more potential risk into the 412s, 413s, and then potentially 410s. So just kind of keep that on watch. Again, if we do push up into the 419, 420 area, again, be a little bit cautious as we could get into a little bit of a chop zone here. If the SPY is going to continue to run, we're going to need to get above 421 and hold that level. So let's quickly take a look at the triple Qs, which is a NASDAQ 100, which has been exceptionally strong, essentially all year. So if I kind of just zoom in just a little bit here, go back just about 5 weeks worth of data here. We had originally started last week breaking out of the 329 zone, kind of putting that new high at around 331, consolidated sideways in the after hours and pre-market session, just continued that run into 335. Obviously broke above 335 last Thursday, put in a high here at a close of around 337. This was a phenomenal day, essentially from the word go here, only pulling back for 2 hours time before we put in that next leg up. Now you can see here on the triple Qs, same kind of price action as the SPY, including today's action, 1, 2, 3, 4 days, kind of consolidating sideways here. Every time we get back to this original breakout spot that we had here on Thursday, we are bouncing. We got back into this zone yesterday, we're bouncing. We're back into this zone yet again for the third time in a row. Are we going to bounce is yet to be, determined. But again, anything I would say below this whole distribution period cycle here, below 335.40s, let's call it 335, potential short opportunity back down into the range of around 330 to around 333. So again, if you are looking for that short position, Make sure we get a 1 hour candle close below 335, and then we get that next hour to kind of confirm that. Last thing you want to do is take the short position on the first break of 335.40s, and then, you know, go down 40-50 cents and then immediately retrace on you, and then you get trapped out of that position. So again, you know, until this zone breaks here, the rules are going to be as follows. We're going to be buying calls or buying stock at demand. We're going to be selling back towards the middle of the range. Our middle of a range is going to be back around this 20 period moving average at around 337 to 338. We want to cover positions there. Again, just sit on your hands, wait till we get closer to 339, and then you can do the same thing. Start to short into that 339, 338 area and play back into 337, 336, and then repeat the process all over again. Now, obviously, our breakout is going to be anything over 339.35 or below 335.42. I hope this kind of makes sense. If you guys do enjoy these type of technical analysis videos and you guys are looking to learn more about supply and demand and getting my big overall strategy, definitely join evolutiontraders.com, become a lifetime member. All of that information is down in the description box below. If you guys would like to join the Discord and join the chat, start trading with other traders, that link is also down in the Discord below. If you guys are looking to get funded to potentially trade futures and or stocks or cryptos, I work with 3 fantastic prop firms, all listed down below. Again, I believe in getting funded by multiple prop firms so you kind of spread out your risk and again put more money under management. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.